expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers and are not necessarily those of KKNW, its management, or other advertisers. This program is sponsored by Marie Manuchehri.
Welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show. It's 9 a.m. here on the Pacific coastline, and it is soggy out there, Benny. I mean, I've heard it's like Pineapple Express rain.
It's like worse than last week.
It's pretty bad,
It's just soggy. I don't know if we
really
said
soggy.
swoggy or schmoggy. I think it might have been schmoggy. I heard the encore earlier this week, and I forgot I said that. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really wet. Yeah, it takes. I'm so happy I got here in plenty of time, and so that's a wonderful thing. Because even though it rains here a lot in Seattle, when it rains, everybody drives really slow. It's kind of funny.
Or super fast, and they're not thinking.
Oh, that's
Happens.
true. Oh,
People slow down. Get it?
Don't slow down if I'm behind you, though,
Well,
because
there you are.
I need to get to the studio.
You're all honking it. I'm Marie. Get
No,
out of my way.
I don't.
Beep, beep,
I
beep.
do honk, but only under.
You're a happy honker.
I'm kind.
Oh.
No, yeah, I don't know about that.
Well,
yeah.
you're not a nervous honker, are you?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm like, just move it. What is going on here? Move it.
One of those.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm like, should I honk? Did I give them enough time? Because they really need a good, almost 30 seconds, right? A minute, okay, that's a little long, but.
I'm still getting used to my truck's horn, like being so firm versus my old car, which is so easy, just a little paddle, like beep beep, and I'm all like, did I hit it? Do I need to do it again? And then if I hit it a little harder, it's like, oh, I didn't mean to go that long. Because then I'm like that driver.
Right. And plus, if your horn's really loud like that, it sounds aggressive, right? It's like Charles when he barks. He sounds like the meanest watchdog ever.
But that's good for you.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody broke into the house, he'd probably just
right.
lick him to death. But, he'd jump on top of them
I
for
love you
sure.
so much. Take whatever you want.
Yeah.
New 4K TV.
Right. Just take it. Take it. I'm tired of her watching TV.
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
Yeah. So we're taking calls today. And, last night I did my, receiving the energy of money class. It was so fun. I've been using some new techniques that I'm now using in my practice where I'm helping people to use self-hypnosis to go deeper and actually release things and start to reprogram their brain towards the things they really want. So it was very, very fun. I loved the class. It was wonderful.
Good turnout. A lot of people came away with something obviously
Lovely.
good.
Yeah, they were wonderful and very helpful, because we went through some very deep meditations, and I love that the people who felt comfortable were able to share things because that's helpful for the people who aren't sharing to say, oh, yeah, okay, I did that right. Or, oh, that makes sense. Or, yay, I could put the pieces of the puzzle together, right?
And that's what your classes do. And if anyone is curious about your classes or more about you, energyintuitive.com, right?
Right.
Okay.
And we've got Greece coming up in June.
Yeah.
We're heading back to the Greek islands, and we've even reduced the rate of the early bird price. So it's a really great deal for all the food and gorgeous facility that you get to stay in, and the pool and the ocean.
And you.
And classes on top of that.
Yeah, right. Don't forget about you.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so who do we have on the phone lines?
Yeah, it's an open call-in show day today, so 800-930, 877, I got to get the right number out. Sometimes I go there. 877-825-8828. Again, 877-825-8828. We'll take now Sue calling from the Idaho area. Hi, Sue. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Marie.
Hello, Sue. How are you?
Oh, it's rainy here too.
Oh,
so-
really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's no fun.
Well, there's snow in the mountains, water in the rivers. So
Yeah,
that's good.
this is very good for Idaho. It's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
So what can I do for you?
My husband has some chronic illnesses, Parkinson's and heart disease, and I'm just wondering if you could read his energy or what I can do to help him.
Have we talked before?
Yeah.
Yes, because this sounds familiar.
Well, yeah.
So,
that's
which is
okay.
fine.
That's
No,
okay.
no.
Yep, that's okay.
Because I just, I don't remember everybody's situation, but I think we had a private session, actually, and I think we talked about your husband. But this was years ago, if I can recall. Is that true?
I'm impressed. Yeah.
Well, I'm very sorry that he's, still suffering from health issues, but man, he is like the energy bunny, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
It's
True.
amazing. It's incredible. So, as we probably discussed before, Parkinson's disease comes from being really, 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 really stubborn. So, has he improved at all in that way? Because that could help reverse some of the symptoms that he has.
A little bit. I mean, he's not quite as stubborn as he was, but he's
Okay.
still really strong-willed.
Yeah. Well, and here's the deal, which I think we talked about last time, but I won't know for sure. I won't remember, the whole session. That you also need to make sure that you have a wonderful and fun life, and not put all of your energy into taking care of him,
That's true.
right? Because he's your
Okay.
main focus, and I love that you cherish him so much, and you want him to be happy and healthy. You would love for him to recover, but he doesn't always follow your advice anyway. He's kind of difficult. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So here you are, married to someone who's difficult, who also has several health issues. And I think there's a pattern of yours, a very old pattern, very, very karmic. And right now it's a really great time in the world to work on karmic patterns, because the way the energy is situated in the heavens, it's just a phenomenal time to let go of, serious, problematic karmic issues. And so I really want you, you're a good wife, you're a wonderful partner, you do take care of him. Of course, he doesn't listen to what you say for the most part. So I want you to carve out a decent slice for yourself, because this guy's like the energy bunny, which is wonderful. He's going to be in your life for a while longer, which is also wonderful, but you need to have a life for yourself.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that when I say that?
That feels good. It feels right. And I'm taking some steps towards that, but I need to be braver.
Yeah, you're going to have to be brave, because he's got a very strong kind of controlling energy, which is very common with people who have Parkinson's disease. It's a disease of external control, not internal control. Internal control, if we were to look at some neurological diseases, be more like MS, is more of an internal control. So with his external control and your too nice pattern, you can easily just not take care of you or not have fun things. And living with someone who has health issues is stressful. It's hard on your body too. And so we don't want you to succumb to, issues because you're taking care of him. You know what I mean?
Yes. Does that show up in my energy?
Actually, I read your energy actually looks pretty good. You do have a
Oh,
pass
good.
through. Yeah, you have a pass through of energy on the second and third chakra, but it means energy is moving in, but then it's moving out. It's not an official leak, which is wonderful. So your energy actually looks good to me. Do you take
Good.
vacations on your own or with your girlfriends? Get some time
No.
away. Okay, that's your goal for this year. Plan a vacation with the girlfriends
Okay.
or whoever. Away. Hubby's not invited.
Okay.
And I mean it, like 5 days, somewhere fun, playful. Okay?
Well, that's going to be tough. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
maybe a good what if question. What if I easily assert my own needs? What if I'm balanced in my life between giving and receiving? Because these are things that your soul wants to learn. This is why you've been attracted to this relationship, because you really want to learn to be more outspoken. You're trying to be more like him, and you won't be in that, kind of severe controlling way. And he's trying to be more like you on a soul level. He's trying to be more selfless. So while you're in this relationship with him, you might as well go ahead and start practicing what your soul wants to learn, rather than not doing those things while you're in this partnership.
Okay.
Okay?
That sounds right. Okay.
Good, good,
So
good.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in, Sue.
Yeah, Sue, thanks for joining us from Idaho. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll take now Julie calling in from the Hong Kong area.
Hi, Julie.
Yeah, Julie.
Hi, Marie.
There
Hi,
we go.
honey.
Hi.
How are you feeling? Are you guys okay? Is your family all right? Everybody's okay over there?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
thank
okay.
goodness. Is it kind of scary, or what's it like?
There are people who are reacting to fear by doing crazy things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I'm okay.
Good,
So,
good, good. Yeah. So just take, it sounds like that everybody in the countries is doing everything they can to, curtail the virus as much as possible, keep it isolated. So that's wonderful. It's wonderful.
yeah.
Good. Well, I'm
We
glad.
actually had a session in April.
Oh, how was it?
It was good.
Oh,
It was
good.
interesting.
Was it helpful?
I think so. I think
Okay.
so.
Well, I think so. So whatever we talked about, was it resolved or did it get better?
I think it's things for the future. So it's
Oh.
in the process.
Oh, well, that's kind of exciting. Oh,
Yeah.
great. So what do you have? What's your question today for me?
My question is, in the past, I've tried things like EFT, kinesiology, Psyche, emotion code, you name it, to release fear.
Uh-huh.
Now, is there something out there that I'm not doing or that I could look into that would be the best way and the easiest way for me to release fear?
Well, first of all, it's awesome that you have that much consciousness about the fact that you move into fear too frequently and you don't like it. So that's awesome. Part of this is you learning literally to control your mind. And I'm sure if you've listened to the show or the podcast, I've referred to the human mind as something that's really important to compare it with a dog, where a dog needs a lot of positive reinforcement, but it needs to be told, leave it, sit, no, right? And
Yeah.
so you continually let your brain just have free reign. And you can't do that. You can't have a free range brain and accomplish the things that you want to do while you're in a physical reality. You literally have to take control, although people hate that word in association with the mind, but you literally have to be on top of it. Like before I left the house today, I even though Charles could easily get out of the parameter that I set for him, but he's really a polite dog. He could easily jump over the gate upstairs and move into the cat quarters. Never does. I mean, he could hop it in an instant. He's really tall. And so even though I know that he could do that, he, for whatever reason, probably because of the way I've trained him, he's not going to do that because he knows it's not what I want him to do. So you need to start, you can't let your brain just have the freedom.
What's the best way to control my mind then?
Well, you have to redirect it. So, like, I've spoken about this before. One of the things I do all day long, I make sure I'm surrounded by things that I find physically appealing because I'm a very visual person. So, color, light. I make sure that my home has really interesting things for me, and whether it's artwork or pottery around the house or the color of fabric or wallpaper or paint. And then I focus it. I allow my brain to sit there and rest there, which increases my vibration. And then my brain, because the ego lives in the brain and it's drenched in fear, then my brain doesn't get caught up in the analogy of it.
Okay.
So that's what you're going to have to do. And try a lot of what if questions. Those would work really well for you. What if I'm releasing fear in this moment? What if I'm a happy person? What if I feel safe? What if everything's okay? What if I'm moving past my resistance and aligning to my authentic self?
Oh, I love that one.
Good. And you need to say them every hour, regularly, not just once a day, all day long.
Often now.
Yeah, all day long. And you don't have to say them out loud if you don't want to. I mean, I don't. Most of my what if questions I just say in my mind because I'm busy. I'm working all day long.
Okay, great.
Okay, yeah, and keep me posted on that. I want to know how it goes, and we wish you and your family and your friends and everyone a very healthy, healthy, healthy life, and that this virus gets taken care of very rapidly and quickly.
I think so. Once it warms up.
Oh, that's a very good insight. And I'm sure that's what we talked about. One of the things we talked about was your insight.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Good insight, by the way. Very good. That's lovely. That's really lovely. Well, thank you so much and have a beautiful day in Hong Kong.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Julie, for joining us. And obviously we're taking the measures, and I think everyone else should be aware of it too. Don't forget, wash your hands, be clean, be safe, be safe.
Yeah, I take the stairs whenever I come here as much as possible anyway. And I use the railing sometimes. Like today, I was using the railing, and it's kind of sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, of course, as soon as I came in, I washed my hands, and then I found the sanitizer
Yeah,
when
we
I
actually
walked
just
in
got
here.
plumb loaded the whole building
Yeah,
with
just
it. So
because how many
Hey, why
people are
not?
walking up and down those stairs
Smart.
all day long, right?
You get it.
Right, yeah.
All right, 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take Teresa, who's calling in from the Seattle area, local, before our first break. So, Teresa, hello.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate your
Of
time.
course, Teresa. What can we do for you?
I would like you to. I'm having a thyroid issue. I was diagnosed a couple years ago, and I'm trying to go to a naturopath, but it keeps going hyper, then hypo, and then hyper, and I'm just wondering if you can help me out with that.
Yeah. So first of all, there's no shame in taking pharmaceutical medication.
Okay.
Number one, we want your thyroid to be stable. Right. And I'm not against people taking a break and going, hey, I'm going to try herbs and see if my body is ready, because herbs actually train the body how to function better, where pharmaceutical medicine doesn't do that. It just feeds it what it needs, where herbs actually train, in particular, the endocrine system how to function better. So you're right to want to get to herbs, but you haven't solved the underlying problem yet. And so right. And the underlying problem is emotional. Energy, when it creates problems in the body, it's emotional. There's something emotionally, and the throat chakra is about speaking your truth. You're a very honest person. In fact, I feel sorry for you just a little bit, because I'm mostly honest like you are, where I say things that I get in trouble. And at work, I don't care. People are paying me for my truth, but in my personal relationships, people don't appreciate it as much, even though they may ask me a personal question and I give them my answer. Not too long ago, somebody argued with me for like a year about something and we're no longer friends, because I'm like, I don't want to be yelled at for an entire year about speaking my truth, and they kept asking me to. So, but this doesn't mean you should hold back your truth. It just means you need to have more conscious people in your life. So when I hang out with my family of origin, not so much the kids, but like my siblings, except for one, I can't speak my truth because I push all their buttons. We get in arguments, we have fights. So you're going to have to be, luckily I don't hang out with my siblings that much. Actually, we're not that close. So I don't have to deal with this on a regular basis. In fact, I barely have to deal with it. So you're going to have to figure out those people in your life, and hopefully they're not people you spend a lot of time with, where you're going to have to just talk about superficial, kind of boring stuff that's not meaningful to you. And then you're going to need to allow yourself to attract people in your life that you can have that beautiful, cool, deep, highly conscious conversation with. That's one thing that needs to change. And the other is, are you and your naturopath feeding your adrenal glands? Because that's the endocrine source that's causing the lower vibration from a physiological perspective for your thyroid.
Okay.
So are you taking herbs for your adrenals?
No. That was something she wanted to check tonight.
Well, and even if she says that they're fine, I still, and of course you never have to do anything I say, right? And I'm not a naturopath or a nutritionist, but I still want you to take herbs for your adrenal glands. I think a lot of times too, when our female hormones are changing, we got a lot of hormonal shifting going on, and when you feed the adrenals, all of the hormones get fed. And the thyroid tries to help out the thyroid's really generous. It's a very kind endocrine organ, and it's always trying to help all the other endocrine organs if they're having issues. And that's what weakens. That's one of the primary reasons, when we look from that physiological place, why the thyroid gets weak. And so if you feed the adrenals, which are the powerhouse for the entire endocrine system, then the thyroid can relax. But you can have a lovely conversation with her, because she clearly has the education behind her choices, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She's awesome.
So now you have your homework. So, okay, what's the, I know you would you go back on pharmaceutical? Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Good.
I have, because I wanted to get stable.
Great.
And,
Great.
This is beautiful. This is so awesome. I really appreciate all your insight. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Thanks.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Teresa, for joining us from the Seattle area. A little fogged in as we are, a little rain.
My gosh.
I know.
It's looking like twilight again.
Ooh.
I'm just expecting the vampires to come out of the woods,
I think it's kind of cool.
I do too. I
Especially
like
where
it.
we are.
I know, it's
Anywho, enough
beautiful.
about that. All right. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're going to take our first break of the hour. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
High dive into frozen
Marie is doing it again. She's headed to Greece for another fabulous retreat on the island of Syros. This time, it's a week-long adventure with sun, swimming, incredible food, daily yoga, and a 4-star accommodation, which will include intimate and powerful teachings to help you manifest your dreams into your reality. Space is limited to just 25 lucky and blessed individuals who are ready to generate an astonishing life. Even if you're not sure what possibilities are in store for you, this retreat in glorious Greece will propel you into the vibrational awareness you crave. You will learn, practice, and play with lecture, meditation, and enjoy all the spectacular land and seascapes this magnificent and remote location has to offer. For more information or to book your accommodations, visit energyintuitive.com or call 425-485-8813 for this amazing retreat.
Alternative Talk 1150. We're on your radio at 1150 a.m. We're on your HD radio at 98.9 Channel 3.
So many ways to listen.
We're on the web at 1150kknw.com, streaming live audio and video as well as MP3 archives of many of our shows.
So many ways to listen.
And now, we're on your smartphone or tablet. Download our free app in the Apple App Store or Google Play and take Alternative Talk 1150 anywhere you go.
So many ways to listen.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm excited to share upcoming online courses that I'll be offering in 2020. Receiving the Energy of Money, February 5th and 12th, between 7 and 8:30 p.m. We teach this through Zoom. It's really fun. You just sign up to it. We send you all the stuff that you need, and you get the recording of the class. I teach the classes live and answer all your questions, which is super fun. We all know that when it comes to receiving the energy of money, that everything in the universe is, and I say universes because there's more than one, including money, is vibrating with subatomic particles, even though we are unable to physically see these energy particles. Thanks to the unique science of quantum physics, we know that they exist. So during this 2-part 90-minute course, you're going to learn how to create a healthy, loving, fun, expanded relationship with subatomic particles that turn into money so that you can have as much money as you want. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. We've taught it several times already online. So please join us for February 5th and 12th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. I hope you can join me.
There's a reason they invented the internet. It's called 1150kknw.com.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We are live here in, well, fogged in, sloshy Seattle. I mean, it's sloshy.
New term.
Right? I like it.
Sloggy, swaggy, schmoggy.
It's all of those
Schmoggy.
things. This year I didn't carry my furniture into my garage, my outdoor furniture, like I normally do. My brother was probably happy because I always call him, "Hey, can you help me carry in?"
You busy?
Yeah. And so instead I covered it with, like those big tarps, that are more made for furniture. Okay, it's raining so much. I have to go out there often and dump the water out. It's just like, so much work. I wish I'd put those in the garage.
Yeah, you can still do it. There's still time.
Yeah, no, I'm not carrying that stuff into the garage.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
See, there's
hey,
that.
Walter, my baby brother. He helps me with everything. He's
I think he'd be
very
more than happy
sweet.
to.
He actually probably would.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, who do we have?
Yeah, we'll take, let me give out the number again. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Elizabeth, calling in from the Oregon area, is joining us now. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
I am doing okay.
Okay. What can I do for you? You sounded a little like, I'm doing okay.
I'm just overwhelmed.
Are you
with these
overwhelmed?
Choices that I have.
With what?
We are trying to decide if we should refinance our house
Uh-huh.
or if we should move out of kind of the area we're in. We live close to Corvanta.
I don't know
which
that
is
one.
It's a garbage burning facility.
Oh, you should
about
move.
a mile away.
Oh, you should move.
And
And it's
I can
funny. Yeah, I didn't know about the garbage facility, in my intuitive reading as I was reading when you were asking you should move. But there's something about your house I don't like. And it's not the floor plan. It's like, is there mold in there? Or maybe it's the burning, that's coming through from the plant. I think you should move. Absolutely. And this is a good time to move. The rates are low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you should spruce up whatever you need to do for your house to get it ready if you haven't done that already. Because some people think, well, let's just spruce up the house because we never know when we're going to move. That's what my daughter and her and my son-in-law are thinking about doing like right now because they have a 2-bedroom house and they want to have more kids. Well, they have a 3-bedroom house, but, they want to have a guest room. So they're like, oh, let's spruce up the house so that in the next few years we can move. So I definitely think you should start looking. And you want to move. Hello?
Yes and
okay.
no.
There's a long pause there, though.
So what's the no part?
Financially, it's a perfect situation for us because
Yeah.
if we move, our payments are going to be around $500 more a month, and that's
So
kind of
what?
like what's holding me back.
Well, you don't know that for sure. The market's excellent. You could get more from your house than you realized. You just don't know. So here's what's happening right now, and this is something I highly recommend that everybody don't do what you're doing. You're sending energy to your future that your mortgage is going to be $500 more a month. Why are you doing that? Stop. What if it's going to be $500 less a month? You don't know. So the future has not happened. Your house isn't even on the market. You haven't even found what kind of house you want yet. You don't know what's going to happen. And yet you're feeding a vibration to your future and it's locking you into something. Stop it immediately. Start using the what if question. Ooh, what if our new mortgage is delicious? And use the word delicious or happy or fun. You don't have to say less because humans have resistance when it comes to wealth, which we talked a lot about last night on the class. So what if our future mortgage is delicious?
That would be exciting.
Right? Yeah, so don't prepave the future in a way that that you don't want it to be. That's what humans do all the time, and that is not a good idea at all. Yeah, stop that immediately.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, have fun looking for a new house. How exciting.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Still unsure about that one. I know,
Hey,
right?
that's okay. Nobody
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
has
yeah.
to do what I say, right? You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna tell me something to do right now?
Maybe get another caller?
No, not gonna.
No,
See,
okay.
I don't have to listen to you. See, it's that easy. But I will because
Thank
it's
you,
just.
Benny.
I'm
You're
just making
so,
a point.
So
Okay, I'm
sweet.
just making a
And
point.
and we still have. I don't know how many people have signed up for the vibrational coaching program. I know that it's more than half full. So if that's something you want to start doing, I'm going to be offering psychic coaching with me. I'm now writing the lessons for that class. I'm breaking down all the lessons in the coaching program. So there's a lesson every week, and there's an online workbook for you that has
Perfect.
stuff that goes beyond the lessons, which will be really fun. But I would recommend, not that you have to do this, consider taking the vibrational coaching or working on running your energy elevated before you take a psychic class, because psychic energy, the wealth of it is in high frequency. So if you can learn to run your energy elevated whenever you take a psychic or intuitive course from anyone, you're going to be way more successful. So I'm hoping to get that, finish writing the lessons for that and get that edited in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get that
Perfect.
online.
Perfect.
Psychic coaching with me.
Yep.
So fun.
Get in, sign up too, as quickly.
Yeah, when it's up there.
Well,
yeah.
right, but
yeah.
that's.
But yeah, right. Okay. So who do we have now?
We'll take Maureen calling in from Calgary area. Hi,
Oh,
Maureen.
fun.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, Maureen. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm excited. My heart's pounding a little
Oh, well, I hope that I meet your expectations, whatever those might be. So what can I do for you?
Okay, so I would like to know what would be helpful for me to know about my mood.
Uh-huh. Well, one of the things is you stay in your brain too much. You think and think and think and think and think. And you're smart, which is lovely. I mean, to be smart is nice and have all that fun, brain activity, but you can't get down to your authentic mood if you're just listening to your mind. And the mind is notoriously, and I would say 100% of the time, unless you're present, inaccurate. It lies to us constantly. So your mood you're not in your authentic mood, in my opinion. Does that make sense?
Well, it does, because I'm definitely in my brain a lot.
Yeah, all day
But
long.
the mood feels, sometimes, not always, like it really is coming from somewhere other than my brain.
It's
Like
not.
it feels like it's really...
No. So here's what
overtaking me.
happens. It's not. I know that this is a interesting concept, and it's when it's a new, and I know this isn't a totally new concept. You've heard this before in different ways. But the brain is so loud. Real emotions are calm. Even if someone's mad or sad, the observation of their emotion, because that's what it's like. There's like a detachment in a way. Real emotions are always calm. So the loud, scary ones that seem so real that there's no way in heck your brain is making that up, literally are mind-made emotions. They're not authentic, ever, 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 ever. So, in fact, the universe doesn't even communicate through any form of fear or anxiety or doubt or worry. So whenever you're communicating, with your higher self or the divine or whatnot, when you're getting information that is drenched in the words I just used, that is also not authentic because the universe doesn't even understand the word fear. So this is all your brain. You have to learn to rest in your belly or feel your feet. Or like right now, I have a brand new raincoat. It's kind of cute. It's pink. And I got to wear it today because it is sloshy out there, right? And I'm allowing myself my nerves of my skin to feel the weight of the coat, which allows me to get out of my brain. The brain was created to solve logical problems in the moment. Like I needed to make sure that I arrived to the studio on time. So I took a different route on the freeway because Lisa didn't accompany me in the car today. And because I could get on the freeway faster with 2 people in the car versus 1. So there's another route that I take. It takes longer to get there, but I'm instantly into the carpool lane, which I have to pay a fee for. Here we have these toll lanes, right? So, so you have to be in your mind. Now, my brain. I mean, you have to be out of your mind. You have to be in your body. You have to be relaxed. You have to be calm. When I was taking the longer route to the freeway, my brain was going, oh, "You should turn around. You should go back to that other place, that your familiar place. Don't take this long one." But every time I rested in my abdomen and I asked about my travels to the radio show, I just heard, "You're doing the right choice. It's perfect for you." And I got here about 10 minutes early. So you have to learn to feel your body and rest in your body and start to hear and sense your authentic emotional body, which is not even in the physical form. It's in the aura. Outside of your body, in your auric field, is a field of energy. It's very powerful. It's called the emotional response system. That's where your real emotions live, and that's where you need to start having a connection with. And
Yes, and
right?
I just read your, it's an older blog about that.
Oh, cool.
So I've been going in that direction.
Oh,
but
cool.
It's more the application of it that I'm
right.
Totally...
It takes some practice. It really does. My guides taught me what I teach about the emotional body and the brain over 20 years ago. And I still work on it every single day. And when they taught me, it took me about 3 months to actually feel my real emotions. That won't be true for you at all. You're ready to feel them. You're just going to be surprised because they're relaxed. They're fine because you actually have a really good life. There's no reason for you to be upset. Well, it's true. You have a good life. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, my.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, you have a great life. So this is all mind-made interference. It's not authentic. It's not real. And it'll be fun for you to go, especially when it's loud and scary, which is often for the majority of the human race, for you to go, oh, wow, that's not even true. That's the ego. It's a lie. I'm going to get my body. What am I really feeling? Huh. And then you'll get authentic information.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm laughing. That means you told me what I really need to
know.
know.
I love your laugh because I love that you know what I'm talking about. I love that you can feel it. You know it's authentic. That's huge. That's enormous. Enormous. So have a beautiful day in Canada.
Thanks, Marie.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Maureen, for joining in the show. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in, every Thursday is Pacific time from 9 to 10, elsewhere on the interwebs and online, too. That's basically the same thing, right? So
right?
cool, so cool.
I love doing online classes.
Yeah.
Lisa comes to the house. She gets she gets all this lighting done, so I think I look really good online classes because she has this ring.
Where is my lighting?
Right? No, we need to have it here in the studio, right? No. And and I just love it that how I do it, but not in the coaching program. In the coaching program, I'm only taking 25 people, and I'll be able to see everyone.
More of an intimate setting. It's good, yeah.
Right. And on when I do like a 2-part course, I'll take, more than 25, of course. Last night's class was small, which I really enjoyed. It was amazing. But I don't see anyone. They can see me just so I can get through all the material, right? And not be distracted so we can get through everything.
And sometimes that can happen. So.
Yeah. I can still answer their questions, though. They type them in for me, and I answer all their questions.
All right. We'll take now Gary calling in from the Lake Forest Park area. Hi, Gary. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Marie.
Good morning, Gary. What can I do for you?
So does it matter if I'm on speakerphone or not?
Nope.
You're good for right now.
Okay. I have gut issues.
Yeah.
And I've had gut issues before.
Mm-hmm.
I have an ND that I've been working with for about 10 years.
Oh, an indie. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that's good.
2 days ago, I started swelling at my lower abdominal, and it swelled. When that one was full, then it started moving up, and it swelled up into my esophagus.
I'm so
it's extremely
sorry.
painful.
Yeah.
That went down. I went to the ND yesterday. Everything seemed pretty normal.
Which is wonderful. So Gary, here's my question for you.
Okay.
When was the last time you had therapy?
What kind of therapy?
Like emotional therapy?
I don't think I've ever had emotional therapy.
Exactly. So here's the interesting part. So the third chakra, because you're a super sensitive, nice guy, super sensitive. The third chakra, which is like in the center of the body, in between the opening of the rib cage, several inches above the belly button for most people, it governs the stomach and the small intestinal tract, and of course, because it governs the small intestinal tract, it's friends with the large intestinal tract. And when people don't feel their emotions and they just stay in their brain kind of analyzing things like you do, that's how you process, those repressed emotions can get stuck in the gut. So you have a lot of unexplored emotions, you haven't done inner work, and it's affecting your intestinal tract. So I think you need to find a good therapist, and then all of this will go away forever.
Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. I'm not kidding. You need therapy. So you're taking those emotions and you're putting them in your digestive system, and it's affecting the mucosal lining of your stomach and your intestinal tract. So you need to go get therapy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, all the millennials get therapy often. It's quite hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love it, but it's, wow, we've raised our kids well.
A lot of workforces are infusing into every day.
You need therapy from a good therapist. I don't want you to go to one that you're going to have to talk about everything forever. I want you to go to someone who has consciousness about energy or things of that nature. You obviously are going to need to talk about things because you have not talked about anything for decades, not of your emotional necessity. So.
Okay. Well, actually, I am going to one now. It's through a marriage counselor.
Oh, then how come you said you're not having therapy?
Well, I thought that was different.
Oh, okay. So, so are you and your partner doing this therapy together?
Yes.
I want you to get separate therapy. I mean, you can keep the marriage therapy. I mean, that's a lot of therapy, but you do have a little catch up to do. I want you to get separate therapy. I want you to be able to feel really comfortable. I mean, marriage therapy is scary. It's like, I mean, it's good, but it's, you're working on
intimidating.
Yes.
Yeah, a little less intimate.
It's not about yourself. It's about your partnership and your relationship, right? I really want you to get some individual counseling.
Okay.
Okay? And then keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. Oh, and one more thing. Ask your naturopath about mushroom therapy. Mushroom supplements. There's a lot of new, cool mushrooms out on the market that are great for healing the gut. So ask your naturopath about it. Okay?
Okay, I will do.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in, and we wish you great luck.
Yeah, thanks, Gary, for joining the show. It's the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. We've reached the other side of the show, the last break of the hour.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. We go by so quick.
So quickly.
We'll be right back with more from Marie.
Somebody said you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can? And there's a big black sky over my town.
On February 7th, you have a chance to see two psychics together at the East West Bookshop. Join angel and tarot experts Radley Valentine and Dougal Frazier for a soulful night of insight and tandem readings. Dear friends Dougal and Radley will talk about their unique connection to color and the angelic realm. They will also be doing live readings for several audience members. Come to the East West Bookshop on February 7th for a night of learning and laughter. That's February 7th at the East West Bookshop. Go to eastwestbookshop.com to purchase your tickets.
Our veterans risked it all to protect our freedom. One of the best ways to say thank you is to volunteer to support them. At a time in history where kindness is a virtue, volunteering means a lot. For over 47 years, Help Heal Veterans, a not-for-profit organization with the support of citizens like you, have delivered therapy kits to veterans who need them. To volunteer or learn more, visit healvets.org. That's healvets.org.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm excited to share upcoming online courses that I'll be offering in 2020. Mastering the What If Phenomenon, April 22nd and 29th of 2020. As many of you know, we talk a lot about the phenomenon of what if questions. What if questions to me are the equivalent to affirmations. However, they have a kick to them. We're working on numbing the ego so that it doesn't scare us every time we work on creating and manifesting something in our life. I personally believe that affirmations don't work very well because the ego mind is intimidated by things that we affirm that we have yet to create a belief system about. So, what if questions resolve that conflict? Because the ego is not threatened by curiosity. So when we ask a what if question, what if I easily receive wealth? We quickly create a belief system in the neurotransmitters. I believe what if questions work 1,000 times faster than affirmations, which sometimes affirmations can take over 10 years to create the belief system in your brain. So April 22nd and 29th of 2020, I will be offering a 2-part 90-minute course, 7 to 8:30, yes, on Wednesdays again, on mastering what if phenomenon, so you can quickly create the belief systems that you desire to manifest the things that you have already really placed into motion, so you can allow them into your life and have the life of your dreams. I hope you can join me.
Make us part of your daily routine. Alternative Talk 1150.
I know where you're at, I bet she's wrong. Yeah, I know it's stupid. I just gotta see it for myself. I'm in the corner, watching you kiss.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. Thank you, Benny. That's beautiful music.
I like it too.
It's really pretty. Who's singing that?
Callum Scott. It
Wow.
actually is a remake of his original song he did on one of the major shows that was what's the one with
Like The Voice or something
Yes.
like that? Oh, wow.
Wait, no, not The Voice. The other one. With Simon Cowell.
America's
I never watch it.
I know. I watch
Okay.
The Voice
I
occasionally.
feel very
but-
bad. Everyone's like, "Are you kidding me,
Yeah,
Benny?
they're
You're
yelling.
in the business." Yeah,
They're yelling
you're
it out
in
right
the
now.
business.
Yeah.
You don't even know the one that Simon Cowell's on.
Yeah,
America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that's
there
it.
it is.
And it was
Jesus.
America something.
Yeah. Dancing on My Own. So it was a remake of Whitney Houston's song she did earlier, and this is kind of a slower version, a little more sensual.
Interesting.
So yeah,
Yeah,
but that
it's
was
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's really pretty.
All right, enough of that.
Okay, we're going to the phone lines.
We are,
All right.
and we'll take now Erin calling in from the Bothell area. Hi, Erin. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank
Hi.
you for having me.
Of course. What can I do for you, Erin?
I had a friend pass away a little over a week ago.
Oh,
and
I'm so sorry.
thank you.
I'm
Yeah, he was a pretty special part of my life. So,
Ah.
but just wanted to check in on him.
Was this fairly expected?
Not necessarily.
But he had
was-
something going on. I mean, like, it wasn't like an accident, it was like something was going
Yeah.
on with his body.
Yes,
But-
he has been struggling for kind of a while.
Yeah. So it was expected, but maybe not from your perception. Maybe you're
Sure.
like, hey, he's doing great. He's going to be fine,
Yeah.
And he loves that about you, that you never really looked at him as that struggling health person. He loves
Mhm.
that you just always looked at him as like, hey, you got this. You're going to be
Yeah.
fine, because you didn't want him to go.
Yeah.
So he's in an interesting place right now. What's his name, if you don't mind sharing?
Armin.
So he's in this interesting place where he has almost technically crossed over, but not really. He's in the in-between world, He's in the astral plane, which is, there's nothing wrong with the astral plane. That's where I spend a lot of my time when I do psychic readings. I hang out there. So it's a very fun, very busy, very active time-space reality. But he's got, like, I would say maybe close to 50% or more of his body in the other life. He says, he goes, I'm just waiting to make sure that everybody's okay, which just tells me what a sweet and wonderful, lovely person he is, that he's more worried about the people who are alive than his own being, which of course he doesn't have anything to be worried about. He's left his body, and he wants me to tell you he feels so much better that he didn't even realize. And I don't know if I can use the word that starts with a C.
I like how you look at me right away. Let's not.
Okay, don't try it.
I don't know if I know what that is.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, he didn't feel good. Let's put it that way. He felt pretty
Oh, crappy.
crappy.
You can
yeah,
say
I can
that.
say that word.
Okay,
Okay, I can say
okay.
crappy. I was going to say he felt kind of poo-poo.
Oh,
you know?
you can say that too. I was sweating over here.
Yeah,
Like, where is
crappy.
she
No, I
going?
wasn't going to say any. No,
Oh,
that
okay,
word's
okay.
not even allowed in my family.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I made sure my girls never uttered that word. That's a terrible word.
All right.
At any rate, yeah, he felt crappy, really, really crappy, and he said he didn't even realize how, because when you're sick for a while, it just kind of wears you down. You forget how you used to feel. So he said the greatest thing happened as soon as he flew out of his body, his energy. He goes, "Oh my God, this is amazing." So he's actually really ecstatic, even though he worked so hard to not die. He's like, "Why did I work that hard? I mean, this is nice, So he feels really well. He's kissing you, kissing you, kissing you. I'm having, he and I are having a mental telepathic conference where I'm reminding him that he can fully cross over and still hang out with his friends. He doesn't have to stay in the astral plane to have a connection with the human realm. It's almost like the other side just stretches over, and then next thing you know, they're standing right next to you. But he feels much, much better. And again, he's questioning his desire that he had to stay alive for as long as he did, because he really pushed it.
Yeah.
So does that answer any of your questions, or?
Yeah, I didn't think I had specific questions. I just wanted to.
Yeah, he's good, and he's kissing you, kissing you, kissing you, and he thanks you for being one of his greatest cheerleaders, and for not, when you saw him and spent time with him, you didn't see him as a sick person, and he loved that. That just was exactly what he needed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
thank you.
we're very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day, Erin.
You too. Bye.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Thanks, Erin, for joining the show. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll take now Nancy calling in from the California area. Hi, Nancy. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course, Nancy. What can I do for you?
I wanted to call. I know my daughters have called in the past, and they were encouraging me.
Oh,
recently
okay.
to
So
give
you were bothered by the children.
No, it was real interesting what they had to share with me and about you. And
they
so
obviously
my mom
love you very
yes,
much, your kids.
Oh, they
Isn't
do.
that nice?
Yes, my children do. And I'm very close to them and love them
Yes.
a lot too. My mom had passed away about maybe 6 weeks ago.
Oh my
and
gosh,
I
I'm
was taking care of
so
her for 10
sorry.
years.
Oh my gosh.
And
Did she have a
last
neurological
3 years
disease?
was hard. She got diagnosed in August with dementia, and so the last
But prior to that,
3
did
years
she have
was really hard.
prior to that, did she have a neurological disease beyond dementia? Did she have another disease?
Arthritis.
Oh yeah, because I just
and
kept
then
seeing a lack of mobility. I was thinking, oh, she must have had MS
right,
or something. But,
arthritis, and then she had a stroke.
oh
She had a stroke like
wow.
6 years ago. It was a real mild stroke, but it just
Mhm.
made her weak side not as strong.
Well,
And
you're
so,
obviously an incredible caregiver.
thank
Kept your
you.
mother alive an additional decade despite all the complications of her diseases.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And she wanted you to take care of her. You know that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she
always told me. She always thanked me.
yeah, she really wanted you to care for her. She didn't want anyone else. She didn't trust anyone else. She didn't really trust other people very well. She's kind of a private person, I'm assuming. And
Yes, she was.
yeah, so she was so happy that you were willing to do it. And she said, she says, honey, she says, honey to you. She goes, honey, you were always so kind and gracious. And she goes, and I know I was difficult, especially those last few years. I mean, like I
Yeah.
was not a piece of cake. You were like my target. She goes, you took a lot from me. And so
Yes.
she's apologizing till the cows come home, first and foremost, and at the same time thanking you, because when you have chronic illnesses and challenging
Right.
illnesses, especially while you're aging, right? So you're already
Yes.
moving towards the other side, and then you have all this stuff, and you're
Mhm.
private, and you don't want people helping you, and
Mhm.
you know someone in your family that you will let them help you. I mean, she's just so grateful. She could not have lived as long as she did without your constant care.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I don't know what happened after in terms of the will or not. She goes, but I hope I in some way compensated you for everything you did for me. She's just like, I hope I compensated you, and so she said, now,
Yeah.
good, I'm glad. She
Go ahead.
wants to. She wants to,
Yeah.
So she's just hoping now that you'll And of course, you won't do what I'm about to say. Forget about her. Of course you won't. But she goes, I hope you just forget about me and just go have some fun because you've been in jail for over a decade, taking care of me.
It didn't feel like that at all.
Yeah, I know. But
I mean, I know I did go through a lot.
You did.
I've gone through a lot with my sisters. I have 7 sisters.
Oh, my gosh. I can't imagine that many daughters. I would go crazy with that many daughters.
Yeah, and I'm going through a lot with them right now as far as them questioning maybe like how I
your
take care
mom
of her or
your mother 1000% trusted you, and that's why she gave you whatever responsibilities you have and why she compensated you in whatever way she did. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. And it's not that she doesn't love your other siblings, but I mean, it takes a lot to take care of someone, and when someone in the family is willing to do it and so beautifully and so well, so don't listen to your sisters. This is what your mom's saying. Don't listen to them. Follow my instructions.
She knows I'm trying to do that all the way to the end. She just didn't want anybody fighting or bickering.
But she doesn't care about
anything.
that now. So just know that when we're in a body, we have certain ideas about how things are supposed to be. When you leave your body, you kind of don't care. Right?
Right.
So just and what she wants most for you besides follow her wishes to the letter, because they were fair. She's a fair person. Your mother's a very fair person.
Oh, yes, she
very
is.
fair. Go have fun. Go have fun. Go get silly. Go play. Travel. Do something. Don't sit at home waiting for me to come back. Go play and have fun. And I just want to say personally, thank you so much for taking care of your mom because most of it you did enjoy, and that's amazing.
Yeah. I did. I
yes,
really did.
That's amazing. I'm proud of
thank you.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I needed to hear that and know that she's happy with my
She
dad
is.
and my brother.
Yeah, she's happy with everything. Yes, she is.
To
Okay.
share with them. All right. Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
really
Have a
appreciate
beautiful
you. All right.
day.
Thanks, Nancy, for joining us from the California area. And we'll now take Barbara, calling from Texas, a little further over there. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
Hi, Marie. I'm well, thank you.
Good.
I have a question that I'm not sure you can address because I have a childhood friend who is very sick in a hospital right now, but I don't have any permission from the family or anything, so
You mean to
I
go?
don't
Oh,
know.
you mean about her health?
About her health, but
Yeah.
she's she was diagnosed with cancer. She'd had it for 2 years. Nobody knew how to diagnose her, and they finally got a diagnosis.
It's a pretty severe diagnosis, by the way.
Pretty severe?
I believe so. I mean, you know
Yes.
better, but it's a severe diagnosis. It's not like a stage 1. This is a disease it's pretty intense. So whenever I read someone's energy that's not like they're not here with me, in physical form, intuitives know how to ask permission from the person. So that's why I can read her energy,
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your actual question?
Well, the last information we got was that she was unresponsive. Her kidneys started to go, and she had a bleed in her head. And we haven't received any more word since then. And I've done a lot of meditating with her in mind, and I get a very good sense of peace.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yes, but I'm just wondering, is there anything I can do to help our other group of friends or the family or my friend herself? Is there anything that
I personally think your friend's getting ready to cross, which I think you feel the same. Would you agree?
Yeah.
You feel the same. And I would not worry about your group of friends. I love that you have a connection with her, and I would spend time because this is, she's going to be on the other side at some point, in the near future. So I would spend some, unless something miraculous happens, which it could. People can change their mind, but I just don't feel that with her. But, I believe anything can change at any moment.
Right.
I would just spend time loving her and having fun and talking about the fun times you had together. Just spend time meditating with her and connecting with her energetically and enjoy her and before she crosses over. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And don't worry about everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not your job.
That gets
I know,
in
that's
my
a
way
pattern.
a lot, worrying.
That's a
Yeah,
pattern. Leave everybody alone. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Okay? Promise?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I will. I've been listening to your show, and and this talk about the brain, and the brain makes up
Yes.
such stories that real
Yes.
emotions are much quieter and much deeper.
They are.
And I do know that from when I do get into that good meditation state. So yes, okay, that's going to be my reminder.
Yeah, and she
When worry
wants
starts to come, I'm not.
and
I'm
she
not
wants you to learn
listening.
this too because that was part of her pattern too, just worrying about everybody.
Ah.
So she really wants you to learn this. She hopes that the time you guys share together before she crosses in your meditation helps you to grow and learn more about your magnificence as she flies off to really see her magnificence. Okay?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Thank you for calling. That was lovely. It was great.
Thank you, Marie.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day. And I guess we're done. Benny's playing the music. So if you want more of me, online programs, coaching programs, you could come to Greece, which is going to be amazing. It's an actually very fair, beautiful price for everything that you get. You can go to energyintuitive.com. We have pictures from our last retreat. You can see how stunning the facility is. I put on that it's a 4-star plus. It's not really a 5-star, but I mean, wow. I was very impressed, and I'm very picky about my aesthetics. So we'll see you soon. Joyful blessings, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
The views expressed on this program are those of the